Yo, what's happening everyone? My name's Thomas, and I'm a cinematographer and editor based in Huntington Beach, California. And I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite lens for my Pocket 6K. It's the Sigma 18-35. So when I bought my Pocket 6K, I was looking for the best all-around lens that was cheap, built well, fast, had great image quality, and was from a reputable brand like Canon, Tamron, Sigma. And knowing that this camera has a cropped Super 35 sensor, I knew I wanted something that had a good range and that was wide enough, but could also go far enough for my kind of all-around shooting. So the way I found out about this lens was after shooting with Moment when we were in Asia and Iceland. Niles had this lens on his Canon C200, and I just really loved the look and the kind of range that he was able to get out of it. This lens is a full frame equivalent of like 25 to 52, like somewhere in that range. Anything wider than that, I didn't really need, and anything farther than that, I didn't really need either. But this lens, being a zoom lens, was just as sharp as a prime lens, and it was just as fast, which is kind of crazy. It's a 1.8. It's super sharp, and it looked really good. So after shooting with it in a Moment and seeing how it performed, and us being run and gun and having to zoom in, zoom out, and not miss a shot, we didn't have time to switch lenses from primes. So after having experience with that, I knew this was the kind of lens I needed for that camera. I was able to buy this lens for about $650, and for a lens like this that has prime-like quality from 18 to 35, it's insane. You save so much money by doing this. This lens is really well built. It's actually kind of heavy. It's really sturdy, but I kind of like it. It adds weight, so physics-wise, when you're shooting handheld, it makes it a little bit smoother. And the focus ring is one of my favorite parts about this. It's really smooth. It gives you little haptic clicks at the end, knowing that you've maxed out at infinity and maxed out the close range. It zooms internally, which is really nice. And I believe it's a 72mm filter thread, but I have step-up rings to 82 for it, so you don't really get any vignetting when you stack filters on it. It's actually a really gorgeous lens. With it being all black, it's actually really sleek. I really enjoy the look. So my kind of shooting really calls for a simple setup. One camera, one lens, and I need to be able to do everything I need with this one setup. I don't like having a full collection of lenses and different gear, just because I like taking the smallest setup I can when I go shoot. I've honestly really only desired one other lens, and it's the Sigma 100-400, but that's strictly for surfing, which I never really filmed in the first place. Like I explained in my other video, if I wanted more range, I just switched to the cropped 2.8K mode, which crops it in by 3.3 times instead of 1.5 or 1.6. But lately I don't even do that anyways. I just shoot in strictly 6K, full res, which gives you the full 1.5 times crop. So if you're looking for a fast, sharp, cheap, well-built lens, I think this is the proper lens for you. It's a fan favorite for the pocket cameras. It's the popular choice for these types of cameras that have a Super 35mm sensor and an EF mount. If you're desiring optical stabilization, Sigma makes a 24-70 that looks really good. It doesn't go as wide as I'd like it to, and I think it's a little bit more expensive at like $1,100. It's a Sigma art lens, so it's gonna look gorgeous anyways. This lens is so sharp that recently I had to buy a Moment Cine Bloom, aka Black Pro Mist, to help dumb down the quality a bit. It's a little too clinically sharp for me, and I like having the bloomed highlights and the bloomed light and a little more character added to the lens. So yeah, overall I've been super stoked on this lens. It's been on my camera the entire time for the last year I've been shooting on this camera. It's a great lens for everything. It's super sharp. You can throw on a filter in front of it to give it a little bit more character. It's great for corporate stuff, for ads, weddings, YouTube, really anything. So I would recommend this lens if you're looking for something sharp and fast and well built. But if you're looking for something with a little bit more character, I would look other places. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on this lens. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, see you next time. Peace.